This video is going to be mainly just me talking about an assortment of things, and also I'm going to touch briefly on what I plan on doing in the upcoming however long in regards. I'm going to write a book. That book is going to be called An Instruction Manual for the Human Experience. I feel that there is not one out there, depending on your beliefs, ideas, background. You could possibly come at me and say, well, there's a Bible, this person wrote a book about this, there's spiritual texts, okay, great. There is not an adequate instruction manual for the human experience. This is extremely hard. It is extremely complex. It is extremely tricky to do. And it would be a lot easier if there was clear, decisive directions. So that's what I'm going to do. Call it the Church of You, How to Deal with You. No, I'm joking. It's for real going to be called An Instruction Manual for the Human Experience. So that's coming. I have zero clue or idea exactly when that will be out. I mean, it could be 6 months from now, 3 years from now. Also, in this video, I'm going to talk about some things that have arose that I feel like would benefit others, and some things that I am stuck on myself. So, before we get into that, though, no, actually, we're getting into that now. I do apologize. I'm a little bit frazzled today. So, the Satan character, the devil character, which is you, we need to quit referring to this as the devil or Satan and portraying it in a bad light. We also need to stop talking about killing the ego. Now, you've heard me talk about killing the ego. And I did go back on that and say that was one of the dumbest things I have ever said. You cannot kill the ego. You can deflate the overinflation of it, but you cannot kill it. You do not want to kill it, and that is, we have been coming at this all wrong, is what I'm trying to convey to you here. We were coming at this like, kill the ego, fuck the devil, the devil is bad, etc., blah, blah, blah. And that was the complete ass backwards wrong way to come at this. The way we need to approach this is that is us, and have sympathy for that part, love that part. It's like the old Rolling Stones song, sympathy for the devil. That's what we need to have, because in turn of showing the devil sympathy and shining a light and love on the devil, you are in turn shining a light and showing love to yourself. Do you understand? We cannot come at this. We cannot play it like it's from a place of like, it's me versus that part of me, because this is, again, we have approached the situation the wrong way. Live and learn. So that's something that we're going to have to figure out how to incorporate better. I've already started doing it. A few other things that I would like to talk about is, for one, time, your perception of time. There is no time. There is no evidence of time, other than there's only a few things that is evident of time that you can point to and say, well, that is time's, this signifies time. That would be your beard growing, your hair growing, your fingernails growing, you age, the way you see yourself. But does this thing in here really, you see what I'm saying? There is no, but our perception of time, let me say, is speeding up drastically. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm looking at it as a bad thing. I'm playing it as a bad thing. May not be, though. All I know is watch for this, because this is occurring right now. It has been for a few years, we're going to talk about measurements of anything, the last few years, time has drastically sped up. So, we also need to figure something out about that. But this is a direct question to anyone, and please answer down below. Do you believe world peace or utopia is possible? Do you? If you answered no to that, I would love to hear why you do not. Do you know yourself? This is the root of this question, because how you perceive yourself and how you know yourself and these things is going to be a projection of what you think the rest of this place is. So if you're saying no, it is not possible, and I know it's not possible because the human condition, the experience, the mind is so complex and diluted. People does not want to take responsibility. People will defend and go along with this shit. They don't want to question things outside of them. It's too inconvenient and uncomfortable. They'd rather just be, Matrix reference here. A lot of the stuff I say, I do. I can throw a lot of Matrix references in a lot of my videos because this is basically a small portrait of the Matrix. So these people have not taken the red pill, just for an example, an analogy here. So they will defend it. Like Morpheus said, these people are not ready to be unplugged yet. They will defend this. So know this. You're thinking this to yourself because I thought this to myself. Probably if you said no. So that would mean that you have a corrupted vision of yourself. Okay. If you said no. If you said yes, then my question to you is, what the fuck else are we doing? Like, what else better is there to do? Like, there's nothing else worth doing. Nothing. Obviously, that's not true because there are other things worth doing. But when it comes down to the nuts and bolts, the core of it, that's what we need to be doing. How do you do it? This is what I've been thinking about. How do you start? Where do you go about doing it? How do you... Somebody give me some solid advice and a hint with that, because I would love to hear it. Because this is what I'm doing. There's nothing else worth doing. There's nothing else worth doing. I'm coming to you and I'm telling you how to make the experience better for yourself, the people close to you. And I'm also coming to you and telling you this is the only thing worth doing in the process of life, of the human experience. Obviously enjoy it too. But I'm telling you, it is you versus you. That is it. It is you versus you. You're either going to dramatically help you or dramatically fuck you. So which way is it going to go? And that part of you is not the devil. You should not hate it. You need to mend fences, as to say. So, see, I'm going to incorporate the me bitching part, because I'm going to, not really bitch, I'm going to vent, because I'm going to tell you that, I'm going to tell you some frustrations I'm having as of late. There is no clear... It's become painfully obvious, and I've said this, that it does not appear that there's anyone here that fully comprehends what is happening. There is not anyone here that can fully get a grasp on themselves, their soul, whatever you want to say it's you. There's no one that knows how to efficiently run this. There is no one that knows exactly what to do and also incorporates it and does it themselves, because I don't want to say there's no one that knows what to do or there's no one that has a grasp on it. That's not true. But when I tell you that no one has a grasp on it and follows through with it, with maybe the exception of David fucking Goggins, is the truth. So, again, go watch some David Goggins, for the love of God. If you watch me, take what I tell you and incorporate a lot of what David Goggins says, because we say the same thing for the most part. We just come at it in very different approaches, and the wording is different. Metaphors are different. But follow Goggins and follow me, and I promise you, you will be taken care of, because to me it appears those are the only, and I'm talking about myself like I'm not myself. This is the whole up with me. I'm sorry, this is a rant, not a rant. It's all over the place. It's mumbling. The thing with me is I can tell you exactly what to do, how to do it, the best way to live, the greatest things to achieve, and what to go after. How to live life perfect. But the major fuck up with me is I cannot take and follow through with my own advice. Not all the time. See, I don't want to be too hard on myself, but part of me, and this is what I'm saying, it's you versus you, and you have to love this part, overcome this part. You can't try to push it away and ignore it. There's parts of me I'm not fond of, okay, and they're glaring. I'm selfish at times. I feel, I've been told by several people this is not the case, but I feel like I'm not the greatest husband, and I feel like I'm not the greatest father. I feel like I'm not the greatest son. And then when it comes to human interaction on a very personal and intimate level, I don't know how to play it. So if you just met me out and we were talking, I mean, like I said, I would talk your ear off. You wouldn't, not really talk your ear off. We would have a great conversation. I'd give you some great advice, and you'd walk away thinking, this dude has it all together. The sad situation in this case is that's not true. Or I don't believe it's true anyway. It is like it's like I have a image in my head of how I should be and conduct myself, act, and behave. And when I don't live up to that to the T, I'm miserable. I'm harsh on myself. I'm cruel on myself. It mind fucks me that I feel like I spend too much money on stupid things that I don't need to. And I know that really doesn't matter in the grand scheme, but it feels like it does to me. And I don't know what I'm doing or not doing right, but I just do not feel like I have a grasp on how to be a good husband and father. Like I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it doesn't feel like I'm doing everything the way it should be done. And I'm really trying to work on that. I just don't know how to play this, man. I don't know how to play it. I don't know what the point of it is. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. I don't know how I got here. And I don't know what's outside of here. Or this version of me doesn't. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know everything. Every little fucking silly detail. But at this current juncture, I feel like I have been deceived. I feel like I have been lied to. Doesn't matter if it's a dream, a game. I know this isn't real. I know this isn't the way it has been presented. So I have about reached my limit. I just don't know how to fucking play this, man, and it's driving me crazy. And I don't even really know what to say at this point. It's just, I don't know how to play it. My frustration is growing. My questions are growing. Even though I've got a lot of this stuff down, I just don't know how to. I don't know, guys.